Hello, welcome to another issue of Backlogged. I'm Robert.
I'm Lalo.
I'm Jens.
So starting off, I couldn't think of something to put in. Normally we do our Delta Born again or whatever that type of subject is. I couldn't for the life of me think of one for us this week. So we're just jumping straight into the Last of Us stuff. Um,
Hell yeah! Give me a
Sometimes
second. Let me put my headphones back on.
my dog makes a guest appearance. You can probably hear him breathing.
Am I good to talk
Keep
about
going.
The Last of Us?
Yes, you're good to talk.
We're into episode 6 of The Last of Us.
Oh fuck! I put
Um,
episode 5.
Robert doesn't know how to count.
That's two right there.
Right back at you, Pookie. This
What are you
episode,
doing, Jens?
we are diving a little deeper into Ellie and Joel's relationship and what it was. What the fuck are you doing, Jens?
Train backing in and out of the tunnel.
No, if someone knows sign language, they'd be really sussed out with what I actually said.
I was trying to
We're
help you,
going.
though, Jens. You're not helping me.
We're delving deeper into the relationship post Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City. That's close to where
This is episode
Rocky
6,
Docks.
titled the Price. Had to open Max real quick so I can see the episode.
We're always so prepared.
I forgot the name of the episode because I will be honest. You guys have not. You guys, people who are watching this are not as don't get the insight of how much I have been suffering with this season and how much therapeutic and cathartic it has been for me. I think I can say
Jens.
there's a specific moment in this episode where I fully going into spoilers because I don't care right now.
What?
I don't care if you
There's
spoil
this
it.
there's a specific moment in this episode which is the conversation that I was hoping that Joel and Ellie would have at the end of the first episode. That there is a strong connection of generational trauma and how every generation is just trying to be a little better than the previous one, which was really touched upon on this episode with the opening um of Joel talking of Joel's dad talking to him and hoping for him to one day be better than his grandfather and hoping that he's better than it goes on into a chain of pain of broken people. And at the very end of the episode they had we mixed two conversations, which is the I saved you from the doctors in Salt Lake City and the and Ellie's argument of I was supposed to die in that hospital, which I was really happy that they mixed both conversations into one.
What are you
And
doing, Jens?
I have been seeing people complain online saying that it's not just the same, which is not the same as the game, which is sucks. And I think I posted on my story. Adaptation does not mean
Copy.
copying.
Unless you're Disney making
Yeah,
live action movies.
unless you're Disney making your shitty live action
Ow.
movies.
Why did you
Snow White.
why did you
What have you?
delete that note, you slut? I was going to show the audience that, but you can't.
Oh,
Oh,
what is
just
my note right now?
time travel shenanigans with the boys.
Oh yeah, we're time traveling, right?
Total docs right now.
If you pass out the smooch on the lips,
But I do want to comment on how beautiful, like this episode made me cry, made me sob of just the line of Joel saying, "When it's your turn, I hope you do a little better than I did," which just hit me right in the field, right when I needed to, where I've been needing for a long time in this last 5 months.
right in the pectorals.
Um, and that was the episode. It was generally like chapters. There was generally like just looking back and a deeper investigation of Ellie and or examination of Ellie and Joel's relationship. like their father daughter relationship, and I think it was very beautifully done. And I can't wait for the season to wrap up next week.
Oh fuck! I gotta find a way to fill 2 segments now.
I'll find something else. I'll find a new show
Really?
to hyperfixate.
Try doing
Hyperfixate.
try doing right lower side. I heard that one's popular. Oh, the bear that's coming up soon.
Or we can do Lovecraft Country. We could watch Lovecraft
Do
Country.
you
I would
want
love
me
to
to
watch
hang
that.
myself?
Well, it's a sci-fi show.
Yeah, you definitely wanted me to hang myself though.
We can watch The Walking Dead. We could talk about The Walking Dead. I've always wanted to watch and talk about The Walking Dead.
You can do that,
The
buddy.
Walking
You
Dead.
can do that.
I can do that. I can do that. I'll think about
What's
that.
the past tense of The Walking Dead?
Walk.
Walking Dead.
Walked Dead.
Walking
Walk.
Dead.
Um. Okay, sure, Jets.
Oh, yeah.
Go
Oh, yeah.
go for it. He was
What
really
about-
proud
what-
about that
what about-
one.
He
what about
really
that
was,
getting arrested?
unfortunately.
What about that getting arrested?
So
for
so
being fat
what do you think they're gonna
Walking
wrap
Dead.
up this? What exactly do you think they're
oh.
gonna wrap up the story for this
Okay,
season?
so I talked about this. I talked about this with my brothers. I talked about this. I think I talked about this with you, Robert. I don't
wasn't
know.
paying attention.
I know damn well I didn't talk about this with you, Dan. So in the game, there's a change of perspective in the middle of the story. Is clearly split off by the fight that's gonna happen between Ellie and Abby. Something that they've been building up towards this entire season of where is Abby? Where is she? Is Ellie's been looking for her because of what she did to Joel, right?
Yes.
Where we left off, not this episode, but last episode, is that Ellie finally got the information that she needed. She got it out of Nora, who did it by extreme techniques of interrogation. We're gonna call it
Aggressive negotiations.
In other words,
aggressive negotiation.
she
She
did-
tortured the shit. She
she-
tortured Nora.
she did the shit the CIA usually does.
Yeah, she did
Yeah.
the enhanced interrogation techniques.
Enhanced interrogation technique is that's the appropriate term.
Yeah.
And we fill up with. No, she didn't waterboard her. She beat the shit out of her until she got the information out of her.
Oh, okay, that's a lot more fun. At least, I'd rather get beat up than waterboarded. I'll take
You're
it.
not supposed to start the questioning with the headbang. It makes it all fuzzy.
It makes them all fuzzy in the next movie. They don't feel it. Ah! Anyway, Ellie has the information, so the next step is gonna be finding Abby, which unfortunately in the game, by the way, I'm speaking from my experience of playing and replaying the game like a billion times. In the game, it doesn't work. Abby finishes off. Ellie finishes off Allie's best friend and her ex-boyfriend, which prompts Abby to go searching for Ellie. And there's a specific moment where they are face to face. Ellie reveals to Abby who she is. I was the girl who was immune, and Abby has a line that says, while she's pointing a gun at Ellie, she has, we let you both live, and you wasted it, and click, and that's how we get the perspective switch. So we get that moment, and then the perspective switches, and we start all the way back from Abby's perspective. I think, and this is my complete this is exactly how episode 7 is gonna end. I think it's gonna be we let you both live and you wasted it. Click, and the episode's gonna end.
So you just said that adaptations does that mean copying?
Well, I know, but there are specific beat to beat that you have to follow. This is the specific beat that the show is gonna follow. It's gonna be correctly in. Fuck off.
Joke went straight over his head.
I know. Anyway, that is my theory on how the season finale is gonna end.
Moving on to our next segment, which is Doctor Who. For how much longer will that have? So it's be running down soon, right? For the season.
We got 2 more episodes. 2 more episodes after this.
So in other words, you're seeing, I guess, the end of our spring segments.
I find another show.
So yeah, well, a couple weeks from now we'll have completely different segments. Um, Give us a rundown of this episode.
Okay, so this episode was the Intergalactic Song Contest, which is I guess British version of America's Got Talent.
I was thinking more like Eurovision because it kind of came out around the
Eurovision.
same time as Eurovision's coming out.
Yes. Because Rylan, I don't know what the fuck. Rylan, someone is the host of this episode of this intergalactic song contest, and we have this plot from the we have this plot from a group of radicals to take over the show and kill everyone in it, along with a delta wave to murder the what was the number 3 trillion millions of people.
I
Yeah,
have a,
Robert, go ahead.
I have a question. Is one of the radicals that stupid Dugga Dugga thing?
No, that is one of the contestants in the show. If you don't know what you're talking about, the song is called "Dugga Dugga Doo" from the magnificent Murray Gold, who is the composer for Doctor Who since I think 2005.
That they should have shot that thing. Did they shoot that thing? Did they kill that
Anyway,
thing?
it got launched into space. Is that better? Is that good for you? Is that good
No,
enough
no.
for you?
It needs to be like executed on TV, like the opening of RoboCop Rogue City. That the news anchor. That
Oh my
thing
God,
needs that treatment.
the opening of RoboCop Rogue City is fan fucking tastic. Um. Anyway, so we have this group of radicals who are called the Hellions. They are planning to kidnap the show, send everyone in the stadium into space, and using a delta wave, annihilating the 3 trillion people watching the show across the galaxy.
You know, if you think about like 3 trillion, right? Is that what you said?
I think so. I think
Three
that's the number.
trillion?
I could be wrong on the
In
number.
the context of like interstellar, like life, that's actually kind of small, considering how many humans we have. On
It's a bigger number. I'm just using the one I remember off the top of my head. Because I do remember being like a trillion, like a some stupid number. You know what I mean?
Quadrillion.
and it's not your age,
Huh?
and it's not your age because it's some big stupid number. I'm calling you old.
Oh.
Ah.
Anyway,
Ah,
the doctor's mission is to stop the delta wave to go off from going off, along with stopping basically like saving the galaxy, saving the people that are outside still of the stadium because the a mavity sensor went off and kept them all enclosed. So once he does that, that was the goal of the episode. What's important is not that. It's the fact that we already have all the Vindicator codes to for the Doctor to go back to Earth to May 24th, 2025, or May
okay.
25th, 2025, which is the date that they left off. We also discovered that we have enough Vindicators. B, we discovered that Earth is actually the day that they're going to is actually the day that the Earth is over.
Wait, it's not the day of the doctor.
No, uh, it's the day that the planet Earth is gonna get destroyed, or it was destroyed, or will be destroyed.
Sounds like a skill issue. It really does.
It's
doesn't
our planet,
it?
motherfucker.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Third thing that we discovered
Okay, no. Hold on,
is
hold on.
that
Can I point out the hypocrisy for a second? You're worried about Doctor Who's Earth, but you're not. You're fighting for Helldiver's Earth. You've got to fight for democracy.
the third and last thing that we discovered is that we discovered Mrs. Flood's identity. Now, Mrs. Flood has been a character that's been following us since Shurigata took over the show. Robert, can you look her up real quick? Mrs. Flood from Doctor Who.
Fuck, well, I...
I'll look it up too.
Jen's gonna look it up.
Character initially reduced to seeing the ordinary neighbor of Ruby Sunday.
Yeah. So she's been introduced since basically the new beginning. Yes! Thank you, Jen Zoylan, for discovering it. Catching up. She is a Time Lord.
The old lady?
Yeah, she's a Time Lord. Not
She's
only
a
any
foe
Time
of the
Lord,
Doctor.
not only any of the Time Lord, she is Darani from classic Doctor Who era.
I got several credits. Didn't Doctor Who kill all the Time Lords?
Apparently there were 3 survivors. The holy like trilogy of Doctor Who. The holy trinity of Doctor Who is the Doctor, the Master, and the Rani is the 3 that were left over.
In other words, they
Just
had to
remember-
retcon some villains in, huh?
Of
No,
course.
straight up, we don't know why the Rani's still alive. The Master, we know he got away after the Time War because he showed up in original RTD's run of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
The Rani, I don't fucking understand how the fuck she's alive. So we're gonna
Ex
get that
Machina.
revealed this week.
Unscrupulous biological experimentation on humans and other species.
And she's been, so slowly, we've been always wondering why. For the last couple of years, for the last 2 years, I've been watching Doctor Who. I've been wondering, that was the question in my head. Who the fuck is Mrs. Flood? Got revealed last week, that it's Zarani.
She's pretty damn important.
Generated. She bi-generated, like the Doctor did in the 60th anniversary. The second bi-generation.
I saw a clip of that on TikTok.
I sent it to you. The second bi-generation of Doctor Who history, which I was like excited because it's a new thing that has been going on. It's part of the lore of the Doctor Who now. I was really happy that they are keeping that following. And now for the next episode, it's called Wish World. My theory, or what I've been hearing online, is that the 2 Ronnies, are gonna team up along with Conrad from a couple of episodes ago, and he's gonna be the new embodiment of the Master.
Wait, I don't get why. What causes bi-generation to happen rather than just
Bi-generation, it was triggered by the 14th and 15th Doctor, which caused the change reaction, allowing every Time Lord to bi-generate any Time Lord that was remaining. And now that there's only 2 remaining, the Doctor and the Rani, those are the only Time Lords that can.
That we know of. They're gonna retcon the Master back in.
For them. I know. That's what I'm thinking. That they're
Is
gonna
it?
retcon the Master.
Is he gonna create the Master Race again?
God damn it, Jim. Sorry. Well, if you remember from the Giggle, you don't remember because you don't know. But in the Giggle, it was revealed that the Master died, and the last regeneration of the incarnation of the Master was trapped into a tooth by the toy maker, and that tooth was taken once the toy maker was defeated. Now we can certainly assume that the Rani had something to do with that tooth, and is gonna make a new version of the Master. I will eat my shoe if I'm wrong about this. I will eat my shoe live on Story with
Why
Issues.
do you have a shoe at the ready for that? Hold on. Wait a
minute. You have a shoe ready for that.
You always gotta have a shoe ready.
I will eat my shoe. My
out
favorite
of everyone,
white Chucks.
I expected Lalo to have a shoe at the ready just because he's Mexican.
Yeah, because I'm barefoot right
Why
now.
did you... But the whitest boy in this chat right now was the one that did it. At the ready.
You, dog. I got some Portuguese in me. What you got? We're gonna fight over white.
Okay,
I will win.
okay, where are you
Yeah,
at?
German
You're in the white boy capital of the U.S.
You're in the white boy capital of the U.S.
Robert got that.
I don't know. Maybe like
I got that
Washington.
Portuguese.
I think the only place that might be where you're at right now, Jens, might be Washington D.C. But it's like a neck and neck battle.
I have a Spanish great grandfather. That's all I gotta say.
You know,
That's still life.
you sound like a right girl trying to justify singing along to the N word.
Oh yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, and words in Paris and stuff. Yeah, casually.
that was okay.
Oh, if
I
you
will.
say
I'm saying it
yes.
again. I'm saying it again, just so we can have it on camera. I will eat my shoe next week if I'm wrong. If the master doesn't come back, I will eat my shoe live on Thursday
Same, same man. The
on
master,
back
the master.
on Backlogged.
Coming next week, right?
Coming next week. This upcoming episode this Saturday. Today is Wednesday. This Saturday.
What if the
I'm
master?
gonna get a
takes
text
Saturday?
saying, "Oh Lord, I want to eat a shoe now on Saturday." Saturday morning, I'm gonna wake up to a text like, "Oh Lord, I need to eat a shoe now."
Shoot.
And should we like get like a cake? Not. We'll discuss this later.
We'll talk
Shoe
about
shake-
this
shoe shake
off
cake.
camera.
Um,
Anyway, that's it. That's all I got for Doctor Who this week.
what about the rumors about the continuation of Doctor Who without?
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay. So since Disney hasn't updated the fucking contract, everyone online has been saying, "Oh, Doctor Who's so over. Doctor Who's not getting renewed." Doctor Who's been around since 1963.
Actually took
Let's
a
get it
small
right.
hiatus though.
For like
Fuck the haters.
maybe 5 years, maybe.
I thought it was longer than that.
Maybe
I thought it was like
It's actually
about
pretty sure it was
20
15
years.
years actually.
Yeah, it was pretty.
About 15 years. 1989 to 2005, 16 years.
I think there's just so much lore to Doctor Who. It's impossible to navigate. It's insane, bro.
Bro, dude, watch the new shit right now. I can literally like, you got any questions? You come to me.
Yeah, they pretty much just did a soft reboot of the franchise.
Right.
Yeah, the Doctor
Again.
is more calmer. The Doctor, the
I like
stories of
my
the
protagonist angry. I don't like a calm, peaceful protagonist.
You will enjoy
Epic
this
the
week's
musical.
episode. You will enjoy this week's episode if you did, because there is a I've been saying for the last like month and a half that we've been having this conversation. I think there's gonna be a fall of grace up with the Doctor. This episode really triggered something on him that made him say, "You." There was a line in this episode that said, "You froze my heart," and there is a part of it that is still that may still be frozen forever.
I have no clue what that means.
The Doctor was pissed. It was scary. It scared Belinda, who's his companion. It almost
Belinda?
triggered like Belinda Chandra.
Galinda? Glinda?
Belinda.
I know.
He's pulling your
I know.
leg,
He's
Echoes.
fucking with me at that moment. He's
I'm not
fucking
telling
with
the
me right
truth.
now.
Basically.
Anyway. But no, the rumors of Doctor Who getting canceled are not true. Doctor Who is gonna continue whether Disney approves it or not. And they're gonna, because Disney only has the distribution rights in
Yeah.
America.
Yeah, so it's not like it's a they have
It's
like
not like they are. It's not like they own the show.
no, they have exclusivity contract, but if they're not going to renew the contract, it doesn't fucking matter.
It's gonna go back to fucking. It's gonna go back to either. It can go to either HBO Max, who will gladly purchase them.
No, look what's been going on with Max recently.
Fair enough. Or it can go to BBC One, which is. It can go to BBC One, which is available here in America.
Yeah.
Mic drop.
It can go to BBC One, which is here. I can download it on my PS5 right now.
But what about this?
Ah, damn it, Robert! I lost the game.
I lost the game
Jorge,
too. We all lost
you
the
lost
game.
the game.
If you're listening to this, you lost the game. You gotta send this to your friends now to also make them lose the game.
Oh, I lost the game.
So is that all you got for Doctor Who, Shay Lalo?
About, yeah. Again, like, to recap, if the master's not back, I will eat. Man, I'm walking back on the shoe thing. I don't know what I'm gonna eat.
No, you have to eat the shoe.
I'm gonna have to eat my shoe or a sock. I
No,
can eat a sock.
eat the shoe.
Yeah, wash the sock first very thoroughly.
No.
No, that's kind of the goal.
Use your fun time sock, Lalo.
Not that I have one, of
Not
course.
that you have one. No. I would never make that such an accusation.
Actually, that's a lot less gross than a foot sock, in my opinion. Hot take. People already put that stuff in their mouth.
Okay,
What the fuck?
moving forward, Jens. It is time for your segment.
My segment. It's the song of the week time. So, I'm the first to present this year's. Holy crap!
What the
Hello.
fuck?
Soundboards.
Whoa.
Yippee.
Soundboards. Anyway,
We still have that even on the PS. We still
how
have
do you get a
that
sound? How do you get a sound?
even not on even without Discord.
It's still my mix that we're talking about. That's not soundboard, but the
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Bro, can I make my voice really low? Ready? Wait. So low. My voice is so low.
Okay.
So, song of the week.
Focus.
Focus pocus, you lost your focus. So the song of the week is I'm gonna choose Crab Bucket. Maybe should I use Crab Bucket or should I choose the other one? I'll just say both.
That's cheating. Gun to
Well,
the
I-
head. Gun to your head.
I
Which one I
decided the
listen to?
rules. I decided
No,
the rules.
No,
you
that's cheating. No, it's cheating.
That is fair.
No,
He did make the rules.
No,
He started
no.
this shit.
no.
I chose an album once, dude. I chose the entire Continuo album a while back. Remember that?
Okay,
He did.
last year.
we're talking about.
That
We're
is
talking.
within the boundaries.
We're
of
talking
the-
about
of
no.
the rules.
We're talking about the rules of the podcast. We're going to stick to
Oh, and you
one
guys decide.
song.
Robert and Lalo decide the rules of the podcast. I don't know which one to use the king of this. Is it Lalo? I think Lalo says he's the king, but Robert actually makes the rules.
Yeah,
Okay.
who's the one producing all the fucking content?
Who is the CEO of Comic Book Chatter?
Okay, Lalo, if I'm not the producer, who's making the content?
That's fair. Fuck.
Alright, so gun
we
to
have a story for this episode.
gun
They
to
just
your,
argue with each other about who's the king. Yeah, what?
gun to your head. Of your two songs, which one are you picking?
Man, okay. One that's more generally enjoyable would be Crab Bucket. So I think I'd probably recommend people listen to that more. It's actually a bop. Goldmine's like if you like crazy spicy chords, you'll love it. But most people don't like crazy spicy chords. They like normal music.
Are you
For
sure?
normies?
Is this within the jazz / R&B?
Yeah.
No, Goldmine's very jazz. Yes.
Which vibe are you on lately, Jens? That's kind of the question that I'm asking myself.
I picked the musical recently. We'll talk about that though.
You know what? We'll talk about this after the podcast.
Yes. But other than that, yeah, Goldmine's a vibe. The Crab Bucket's a lot more like mainstream sound.
Okay,
It's not actually mainstream at all.
no. You can't do this. Oh, I'm picking one, but I'm also talking about the
Exactly,
other.
but I'm also.
Crab Bucket by the Good Lovelies. Crab Bucket by the Good Lovelies. Because that song is actually like edible by your ears. Like other Goldmine's like it's completely toxic to certain people.
I fucking
but
love the description.
it's like such a spicy funk that some people will actually vomit and wrench at it, but other people will absolutely enjoy it. You get what I'm saying?
I get it. I get what
get
you're
it.
saying.
Yeah. You're
It's making
just
me
as
talk different 'cause of how I'm
incoherent
talking
as
about
you're
it.
smart.
Oh, I'm not smart. It's about as incoherent as I am, actually. It's more accurate. Yeah, so that's mine, Crab Bucket. So now I demand that I hear from, we'll go Robert with the mystery one and Lalo with the one that let us all down.
Is this like popcorn
I'm
reading?
choosing a different son.
You
Is
should
this,
tell the one that you originally said. The one you originally
I will.
said.
I'm
Is this-
looking for it on YouTube at the moment.
Is this popcorn reading? Is this what's going on? Popcorn
Oh, a
little bit, yeah.
Robert.
Popcorn.
Um.
Oh,
so
I didn't. Wait. Before you go, I have to explain. My song is like a dum 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 dum. Okay. Now I'm done.
Type shit, Jens. Type
Yeah.
shit.
Exactly. Now it's Robert's turn. Popcorn Robert.
you guys make no fucking sense.
I don't make any dollars. Okay, now you make me sound like I got some.
That's exactly what you sounded like, though.
Dum, dum. Okay, yeah, but that's how it sounds like in the song. If you listen to it, you'll know exactly what I mean.
I'm going
Sorry.
continuing the trend of my sad folk / country music.
Of course, the only one.
I am choosing.
Really? Mine is a little horny.
That's exciting.
Lalo,
We gotta get a different vibe up in here.
Lalo, you're always horny though, so there's nothing new there.
Man's got a functioning prostate.
Shut the fuck up, Jens. Mine, continuing the trend of sad cowboy music. I'm choosing Indigo by Sam Bobo featuring Adriana. It's kind of like a not a ballad, but a remorseful song. Obviously, guy broke up with the one and with the school, and he's wondering that if he's changed since the end, on all that this type of questionable dynamic. And it's really heartbreaking. Piano is so sweet on it, and it's all around a really great song.
It actually is a vibe. I heard it earlier. Played it last week, and
Late after the call that we had. Let's just remind that.
also fun fact: I have 10% on my phone, so I will be switching to my computer at one point.
Thank you for
Doing all the
letting us
10%.
know.
Okay.
That's what
This is
happens
what
when
you
you
have
charge
to
your
deal
phone
with
at the-
trying to get everything in line.
Yeah.
As you
Well,
can
here's the
s-
thing: is I'm not at my apartment. If I was at my apartment, I had my charger. I'll bring it next time though.
Shenanigans.
Yeah.
All right, popcorn
Might
Lalo.
as well. Yeah. Um.
Gotta say popcorn
like I
back.
said earlier, popcorn Robert. Thank you, Robert.
No.
What? I've never done this, gents.
Okay, I actually just broke the rule. It's just popcorn. It's your turn.
Got it. My song is 15 Minutes by Sabrina Carpenter. It's just
Wait.
the vibe that I've been all fucking week, okay?
Okay, so
Along with
let
Do
me
It, Do It, Do
let-
by,
let me-
by Murray Gold.
let me get this straight, right? So we got the white boy listening to jazz music, and you got the Mexican over here listening to white girl music.
Hell yeah, man. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, huh?
This song's kind of
you gonna-
crazy.
What you gonna do about it? I know!
Only gotta take two to make you finish. It's crazy.
And it's literally the vibe that I've had all week. Robert muted. That was a big sneeze from Robert.
Yes, it was.
But yeah,
He
Sabrina
almost blew the
Carpenter.
house down.
I just. Y soplaré, y tu casa derrumbaré.
Exactly.
It's so good.
Blew the house
It's
down.
so good. It broke LALO'S English. You get into his fucking. There's a joke that I have with him. He just randomly goes into Spanish, like the scene from Toy Story 3 where they're resetting Buzz Lightyear. He pops up and he starts. He speaks Portuguese, doesn't he? He doesn't speak Spanish.
No, he speaks Spanish. He speaks Castilian Spanish. Castilian Spanish, which is Spanish from the fucking
From the mainland.
Spaniard, from the homeland,
From the
the
homeland.
conquistadors, the rapists and murderers.
Sorry, all I heard was conquistadors, and I heard. Sheesh.
You didn't hear the second part. You just heard conquistadors.
Bro, 15 minutes is actually not that sus of a song, except that one line is crazy. I'm still thinking about that line. I'm like,
You want more?
thought the
I
whole-
got busy. Listen to Busy Woman next.
I thought the whole song was gonna be that one line. Actually, I was expecting 15 minutes. I'm like, dang, that's a long time. I'm kidding,
That's actually really impressive.
It's actually
No, it's not.
really
No, it is.
dog. It is.
It's the good. You
Dude,
want.
what kind of porn are you watching? Man?
I'm not. Okay, that's
See,
probably why I don't know.
the big
And
thing
it
is.
lasts like
See, you're innocent and protected, but typically, in a very intimate setup, the longer you can make it last.
Are you googling how long his sex lasts?
No, I'm
Is
looking
that
at
what
Busy
you're
Woman now. The
Googling?
song.
The happier both of you guys are, the longer you last. Obviously, at a certain point, you should finish because if you don't, that raises a different set of questions. That
It's kind of slightly concerning, actually.
it's
So
kind
pro
of
strat,
it kind of have to have a nice balance to it. But if you mess,
pro strats, you get it all out there, and then you go for it. Then you can last for 10 years.
Are you listening to Busy Woman?
No, I'm just watching. I'm just reading the lyrics. I've just been reading the lyrics.
Okay.
It's kind of
Anyway.
crazy.
Yeah.
So much to shade is crazy.
So those are songs of the week
Tantric yoga.
with our side tangent regarding Sabrina Carpenter.
As usual, she's a goddess.
I
That's
completely.
a crazy
You
line.
Oh.
can't do that.
You got to the.
Let's go.
I don't even know what part they're talking about. Being 100% with you. Next thing up is Lalo. I know you've been wanting to do this for a while.
Well,
What's your random fun fact of the week?
Yay! Okay. So when I brought this up to Robert originally, when we started creating Backlogged as a podcast, because originally it was a little spin-off of Stories with Issues, I brought up the fact of I wanted to talk about a little fun fact from the Amazing Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man 1, the first Amazing Spider-Man movie. There is actually a scene that never got filmed, or but there are concept arts on it from the scene is practically them going through, the big buses, the big tour buses that go around New York City,
Yeah.
the double decker buses.
Double decker buses.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes place. It takes place in between the chase of the lizard in downtown in the when he gets to Oscorp Tower at the end of the movie. It was gonna be a full scene of Spider-Man fighting the lizard in one of those double-decker buses, and the lizard like starts grabbing cars, throwing them at Spider-Man. Spider-Man's dodging them. Is a whole scene that was they had concept art for it, but never got filmed.
Womp
That is crazy.
womp.
Hey, Lalo, I actually do have a Spider-Man question for you.
Go ahead.
What Spider-Man movie has the best swinging?
Oh God,
Oh my
don't
God.
bring this up.
So, okay, I will say this. The original trilogy had a lot of cool swinging moments.
Was it
So they had
Star
to make it a
Wars?
lot.
The
What?
original trilogy.
The original
trilogy.
Spider-Man, the original
prequels.
Spider-Man trilogy, the Sam Raimi trilogy, except for Spider-Man 3, because fuck Spider-Man 3.
I love how
I will-
passionate he's about this. As a
I
real
will
simple
die
joke.
on this fucking hill. Fuck Spider-Man 3. Fuck Sony for making Spider-Man 3.
Okay, get back to the point.
Yes. I gotta say the Amazing Spider-Man series had the best web swinging scenes, because we don't see in the Tom Holland films, we don't see him web swing that much. The one time
No,
we
and
see him is in Spider-Man Home No Way Home, I'm pretty sure. Well,
the
we
Homecoming
see him full on swinging, and in Spider-Man Homecoming, yes.
and the Homecoming CGI is pretty crappy. Not gonna lie. Like if you look at the scenes.
And it looks in CGI. It's the
Typical-
suit, man.
Typical,
the suit looks
typical,
like shit.
typical MCU fashion.
Of course.
The suit looks like shit. Like, how can you make such a good-looking suit look like that flat?
With CGI, obviously.
With
'Cause he's a man,
CGI,
bro. That's why
because
it's
it's
flat.
2007, it's 2017. The CGI is not that great for Spider-Man films. Now, in the Amazing Spider-Man, we had very cool scenes of web swinging all throughout both movies. Both movies, I can say the CGI was at its point where it looked good and it didn't struggle. And there are plenty of scenes where Spider-Man is going across the city, swinging everywhere.
Mhm.
Actually, I think the best scene is the opening from Amazing Spider-Man 2.
That's you think it is? Amazing
That's
Spider-Man 2 opening.
Amazing Spider-Man 2. Is that what your answer is?
Yeah, the Amazing
Okay.
Spider-Man 2 is probably going to
What
be the
about
best Spider-Man
Spider-Verse,
movie.
bro?
That doesn't count. It's not live action.
Oh, it's not
live
CGI.
action swinging.
You're right. It's not CGI.
It's not live action swinging.
Well, it is CGI, but not live action. Yeah, you're right. Okay. What about the expected scenes in the one that was going to be made by James Gunn? Was it James Gunn? Who was
Get
it?
the fuck out of here, James Cameron. James
James
Cameron's
Cameron. I
gonna.
don't know why I said James.
That was my next week, baboso. That was my next week fun fact, jackass.
Frick.
That James Cameron wrote a Spider-Man film.
Now it's this week's apparently. James Cameron wrote a Spider-Man
Two
film.
for the price of one.
Super the rest of one. Let's go.
It's the first one, so we can do
moving,
2 for 1.
moving forward to our entertainment, and I guess all this is entertainment, isn't it? I guess technically,
Hopefully.
A little bit.
but moving on to
Hopefully, this is entertaining.
well, it's not that.
think so.
I doubt that.
We're not
Comics,
entertaining.
books, and entertainment.
This is entertaining. Whatever I'm doing with my hands, though.
Me and Lalo, we're gonna go see the weekend's film. Hurry up tomorrow. Last week.
Oh my god. Okay. I got a lot of I got a lot to say about this film.
It wasn't as bad as everyone says it is.
No,
I-
it wasn't. It was actually.
I wasn't
Not
walking
about.
in. I was walking in and watching, expecting to see a stupid film. That's what I got. It was.
I
it
wasn't
was-
expecting to see like James Cameron's return to cinema
No,
with a Terminator sequel.
it was exactly what I expected. I expected it to be a very hey, this is an interesting film. Don't know if I like it or not.
It's him. We were expecting to see a quantity of a big amount of
We were
music videos.
no, we were. I was expecting a fucking dumpster fire. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
You got it. You got it.
I was expecting music videos, like music video after music video after music video.
Okay, this is
all connected into one interconnected story.
what was this?
What is this
Downfall
movie?
High by Machine Gun Kelly.
Sheesh. Machine Gun
Oh,
Kelly
fucking
over
hell.
here. Eminem
But-
hates Machine Gun Kelly.
All
But
my homies hate Machine Gun Kelly.
Generally, it was better than the Minecraft movie.
It was better than
What?
Minecraft movie.
No.
I would say that.
I
It was-
enjoyed the. It's not
was
a
intrigued.
traditional. It's not a traditional film.
No,
I
it's not.
wouldn't. I wouldn't say
What is this
hey.
movie you're talking about? What's it called?
Hurry up tomorrow. By fuck. Robert, you got info for me?
I don't know. It's the other guy from the he did The Idol, I think. No, that was the other guy.
It's totally
God
okay
damn
for me
it.
to spoil myself for this because it's not that good.
Yeah,
I
go
would-
for it.
Yeah, go spoil it for yourself. But honestly, I enjoyed the more experimental feel for it.
Yeah, people. Something I've been saying for like months and weeks and probably like for months that we've been doing this podcast. People want to see new shit, right?
Yeah.
People complain all the time. I hear people complaining all the time about, there's nothing new in Hollywood. There's nothing new in movies. There's no new thing, nothing new, right? But when we get shit like Mickey 17 or
Yeah.
Novocaine.
Novocaine or fucking The Death of a Unicorn. Death of a Unicorn was a fantastic film. Also with Jenna Ortega in it, which was quite a treat. I love
Oh
I
yeah,
love seeing
Jenna
Jenna
Ortega's
Ortega.
in this film.
And-
It's,
and
again-
she purposely hams it up. I think there was obviously an intention. Everyone was making fun of that scene with her dancing to blinding lights, like.
That was the point.
But
That was-
yeah, exactly the point, because they take all the clips on TikTok, take the context out of it, because they don't show the fact that she's literally
Oh.
tied him up to a bed, forcing him to listen to his own music.
And then they play
See,
like the
and-
crappy
okay,
background music
okay,
on those
hold
things,
on.
those shorts.
I gotta say something. This is gonna make me sound stupid, right?
I mean, you already sound stupid as it is all the time, buddy.
This is gonna make me sound really dumb. Hold on, I gotta turn off the sound off of my phone because it's like driving me insane. This is gonna make me sound like stupid. It took me for that scene of Jenna Ortega to start like dancing to Blinding Lights to make me realize, oh, he's not playing a character, a singer. He is the actual Weeknd playing himself in a movie.
Yeah, it definitely kind of blows. That's another thing I kind of enjoy. It kind of blurred that line of, like, is this a fictional story or is this an
Or is
actual
it-
experience
this
you've had?
actually, I think after that scene where she was like dancing to Blinding Lights, I was like, wait, did this actually happen to him? I reached over to Robert and I said, wait, is this based on real life?
Now, what I think is they should have probably crafted a better story to it.
I think
Yeah,
they
it's a
could have
weird story.
crafted a little.
Like-
I think they could have been more clear on what was going on.
Yeah, because they.
For me.
Well, because I was watching a video of a guy explaining the two different sides. Because this is actually a fairly decent cast. It has Barry fucking Cogan and Jenna Ortega.
Barry Keoghan and Jenna Ortega.
Like,
It
this
has
is-
the Weeknd playing himself, I guess.
The Weeknd.
Again,
The Weeknd was
took
the
me by
prequel.
surprise.
He was not necessarily the best part about the film. I
It
think
was not the best part of the film.
Barry Cogan was probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really confused. So it's a film by The Weeknd. Well, not the Weeknd, but he's like starring in it, and it's basically about a musician
It's-
who's like having
well,
an existential crisis, and then a
because
crazy fan comes up and just tries to
it's-
kill him.
Well, so here's the synopsis, I guess. Now that we're just fucking talking about it.
Well, like I read the plot. It's like
Well,
weird.
see, so this kind of mirrors an incident happened in his real life in 2022. On his final stop at a tool, he lost his voice. He couldn't. They actually do cover in the film. There's something to do with like a muscle stretch somewhere that he just, if he
He pulled the throat muscle.
Doink.
I bet you know something about that too, don't you, Lalo? um, so that was he took that inspiration, and now imagine what we see in the film is probably an exaggeration of the internal struggle that he had.
I imagine so. It's gotta be because
Um,
we were okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll be honest with everyone watching this. I think for the last like 10 minutes, Robert and I were like, this is too perfect, almost too perfect. There's gotta be a shoe there's gotta be a shoe drop
well,
soon.
there was like first like hour and 15 minutes. It's slow. It's like monotonous, not monotonous, but it's doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. Then all of a sudden, in the final 30 minutes, it just spikes in difficulty.
The shoe drops.
Pretty much
Just
So he's trying to be Childish Gambino and Donald Glover, but he fails.
no.
I wouldn't say he failed. I thought it was very fun.
See,
I thought it was a very fun experience watching it.
I
I had
think
a lot of fun.
I think they could have made it a little bit more clear about it being an internal struggle and not Jenna Ortega or Barry Cogan.
Yes.
Well, actually, real. It was just all in his head, kind of Fifth Element style. If they bought that Fifth Element style, like not Fifth Element, what's the film with the I See Dead People? Come on.
Oh,
film
Sixth
Shining
Sense.
Invincible.
No,
No.
Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense.
Sixth
Yes,
Sense,
yes,
yeah,
yes, yes,
not Fifth Element. Fifth Element's a different M. Night Shyamalan film. If they did the Sixth Sense, well, like they cut to the hotel room, like completely empty, and it's just him in the bed tied up.
Shining
somehow.
is Kubrick.
I didn't
Yeah.
say Shining.
Oh, okay.
The Shining was a very
I said
landmark
M.
movie.
Night
wasn't it?
Shyamalan. Because I don't know how to say his name proper.
Shyamalan.
Here's
Shyamalan.
Johnny.
Shyamalan, yeah. But like, had they done something like that, kind of say, okay, this was all in his head, and then they also could have really told us what that lady's name, what Jenna Ortega's character was, because I don't think they tell us in this movie. They tell us in the credits.
No, they don't tell. Also, okay, this is me going off into a more. It could have been much clearer what's going on. Yes, I also think that maybe choosing a different setup than this, than being locked in a hotel room. Because
Yeah.
at the beginning you just think it's Mercy. I was thinking, I was telling Robert, I think this is Mercy, Robert. Mercy for those, or Misery. I'm stupid. Uh, Misery is it's a Stephen King novel about a woman
yeah.
who encounters her like an author who encounters his biggest fan, and the biggest fan ends up kidnapping him and torturing him in order to write the final novel.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
The
I
Wheel of
know
Time.
it's dark, but I think if we would have chosen a different situation than making it a mystery situation, I think it would have been more clear what we were trying to entail here.
Well, I think also because I was reading up on this afterwards. I
Yeah,
think
you read a lot about this movie. I think this
This-
movie touched you in some way.
well, this film I think was supposed to come out before his album came out,
oh,
but-
fucking hell!
but because he has an album of the same name, but the problem is that no distributors want to touch this film, I guess.
Really.
Yeah, I don't, like, it's a very, it's
Kind
not
of avant-garde-ish.
it's not good one bit. It's
It's
not.
the same commentary. It's the same. It's the whole people want new shit, but they don't want to listen to it. They don't want to watch the
Well,
new shit argument all over again.
It's
It's stupid. It's ridiculous. I'm
well,
sorry.
it's also I hate to say it is an ego piece by the weekend. I'm not afraid to
Oh.
say it's totally an ego piece by the weekend that they spent $15 million on, and Lionsgate being Lionsgate took the fucking we can lose that money type of risk to it, so they did. It made $3 million in a weekend, showing on 2,000 screens. 2,000 screens, Lalo. That's a lot of screens across the nation. This was a wide release film.
Wait. We'll talk about this part later because I'm confused on this. But 2,000.
2,000
That doesn't
screens.
sound like a lot. That doesn't sound like a lot. How many
It's a good amount.
screens are in America?
Not
A
a
lot more
lot,
than
but
2,000.
there's a good. Well, you also got to take into account that there's a major Marvel film coming that's out. Got Leo Stitch coming
Fair
out
enough.
next week. Then you also have Final Destination
Are we
coming
watching?
out.
Is this Lilo and Stitch is this week?
Yes, we're not doing a double feature, Lolo. No,
Fine.
I couldn't get the time to
I'm
work out.
working late. I'm working late, anyways.
But so there was that as well. That was another thing. Is like there was a lot of film that so 2,000 screens it took up is actually quite a bit considering everything. And it only made $3.3 million. Like, honestly, it's not the worst film I've seen, not by a mile. There's several other films below it.
Until Dawn was worse.
Yes, generally, I don't know why everyone's saying that this is like people have a American memory span of a goldfish. Calling this film the worst film. It was generally a film that I sat. It was a good popcorn film. It was not offensive to my time, but had it worked out so much more rougher edges, I could see it being one of my favorite films this year. Had it worked out those edges.
Whoa. Better than the Minecraft movie, bro? That's crazy.
Dude, Warfare was better than the Minecraft movie. I'm sorry.
Warfare. That's not saying a lot though. Warfare was really great. Warfare was like
Yeah, Warfare was really good.
Thunderbolts was better than the Minecraft movie. Chance Royland.
You said Thunderbolt was good too, though.
Thunderbolts was better than the Minecraft movie.
How about a heaping pile of dung is better?
No. Minecraft movie was perfectly fine. So is this film. Hurry Up Tomorrow is a perfectly fine film. If you're a fan of The Weeknd.
Yeah, but just making it seem like it's the third coming of the third coming of Christ.
The third.
Second coming of Christ. The second coming of
Did I miss that? Dang, I slept too
long. But also, I'm not gonna lie, because literally, okay, sorry. I think
also,
back to my.
I gotta switch to my laptop. I'm at 3%, so I'm gonna switch to the laptop real fast. Okay.
Bye bye.
So you keep talking.
My big thing is I definitely think this movie was supposed to come out before the whatchamacallit, before the album dropped.
Oh, look at that, he's back.
Because they straight up like they tease it like, so she's like playing on the phone, right, and she's like, oh, and let's play this song off this next album, and then they cut because Barry Cogan's knocking on the door because they tracked the phone. So they were obviously like, she was like, oh, there's another album coming. What's it called? But since it came out after the album,
yeah. Do you have any like insight of what happened with the movie?
Well, because it had trouble finding a distributor. So, because they finished principal photography, not principal photography, but principal photography back in like.
Knock it the fuck off.
Back in like February of 2024, so they had this all pretty much almost done. Well, not done, but there was a film that they shot for most of that year. And if you go back and listen to the album, there's literally an interlude called "I Can't Fucking Speak," and it's straight up an audio. It's an audio clip from the scene where Barry Cogan's like, with the second time just before he loses his voice, he's like, "I can't fucking sing. I can't go out there." That scene, remember that scene, Lalo?
Yeah, I do remember that scene.
Where he's having that breakdown in the dress room.
No, I know what scene you're talking about.
That is straight up an interlude in the album.
So you went home. Hold on. Let me get this clear.
I like The Weeknd.
You went home.
I like The Weeknd.
You went home and listened to the after watching the movie.
Not the entire album. Not the entire album. I can't sit down.
No.
I don't like The Weeknd that much. I've known people in my life, from my past life, that do like The Weeknd that much. I'm not that guy. I like his music. I like his hits.
You're not that guy, buddy.
I like his hits.
Give me a high five, Jez. Fuck you, Robert.
But like,
why am I such violence today?
But that's my thing. I generally did enjoy this film. I liked his. If you like his hits, it's a good hour and a half, just an hour 45 minutes. Shut the fuck up. Oh, if you were really just bored and want to kill 2 hours, perfect way to do it.
It was 2 hours? I think it was 1 hour 40.
It was an hour 45, but you gotta take 20 minutes for the whatchamacallit, for the previews.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Lalo, how's your comic book challenge going? Reading challenge going?
So damn it, I got Transformers Volume 2 by Daniel Warren Johnson. He, like I thought he would, he quit drawing after the sixth issue. Because Daniel Warren Johnson is a busy artist and writer. He is doing Transformers out of the pure kindness of his heart, and just because he loves Transformers that much.
Kindness of his heart.
I know. Thank you. But I am reading Transformers Volume 2 this week, and that would put me on two books, which would put me on track. Because last week I read Invincible Volume 4 and also Transformers Volume 2.
What? Show. Do you have that book on hand? Invincible. Invincible. Show him the printing error. Show him the printing error.
Oh yeah. Give me a second. Let me get it.
I'm ready.
It's not on hand, but it's on the pile of books that I am reading.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Dog.
the utmost professionality between hosts here at Swords with Issues, or comic book chatter technically.
Dog, they
Comic
fucked
book
up
chatter.
my comic book. Okay,
It's
this
kind
is
of special
going
though. You
from
could resell it.
this
Resell it as a
word
special
shit.
edition.
Trade paperbacks aren't worth shit, gents.
Man,
Yeah, but it's a
can't
special
have
edition,
shit
it's
in
messed up.
Detroit.
I'm looking for the page. I'm so sorry.
Ding,
What
ding,
the
ding,
fuck?
ding, ding,
Oh,
ding,
here it is.
ding.
Okay.
It's like they're mirrored.
They reprinted the same page twice. And look, you
But
would
it's skipping-
think. Hold on, no. You would think that the next page should be on the back, on the opposite end. No, it just skips right through the same page where it should be. That should be.
You just lose an entire page.
It's literally missing an entire page,
Okay, that's not
because
fun.
of this stupid reprint.
Scares
I could
you.
Yeah,
But
just
yeah,
read
I'm
through
reading-
the page. Read
I'm
between the
reading.
lines.
I actually went online and looked for the actual page.
It's
Oh, I'm
true.
going
I
down.
saw his story that day.
I'm going down, guys.
Chance, come back.
I'm coming back.
So I'm reading Invincible Volume 4, which contains issues 14 through 19. And I'm reading Transformers by Daniel Warren Johnson, Volume 2.
So that's your reading challenge so far. It's the end of the month, almost, Lalo. You got one more week.
Oh my god,
I'm
really?
back.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm back.
Oh, that means I'm behind.
The 31st is a Saturday.
I'm behind.
Typical
I didn't
shenanigans.
fulfill this
Yeah, Lalo,
Shit.
you know what you're supposed to be behind on?
Secret Wars.
That, and also the goddamn videos I told you to record.
You just read a bunch of short, cheap books, bro.
You know, about God Country?
Yeah, the God Country and crossover book.
Yeah.
I started work, man. Sorry, I started my second job.
Lalo.
No
What's your second
excuse.
job, bro?
I
you
have
doing?
I'm an unofficial manager at one job, and I have to manage you boneheads at another.
Yeah, and I'm teaching and I'm selling chicken on the double shift.
You're working
You're
a
selling chicken now.
fast food job, Lalo,
Oh,
for your second job.
Chick-fil-A, KFC.
No, churches.
Oh, nice. That's good.
Chance is really interested by this. We can talk
So-
about
I'm
this
gonna get
later,
a second
Chance.
job.
Moving
Oh,
forward,
now I know. I know everything I need to know.
it's time for an F1 rant. French
Right.
woman wins the Imola Grand Prix.
Grand Prix.
Not
Sure.
Max, as he was off that weekend. Red Bull brought in this new driver. His name is Franz.
The fuck?
It's
Why
a
did they bring
joke.
Max
It's a
in, bro?
joke. Like
Oh,
both of you guys don't
Franz
actually
for
follow
something.
F1 news. It's a joke because last week, Max Verstappen was spotted testing under a fake name at the Nordschleife in Germany, Nürburgring,
no.
and so he put his name as Franz Horman.
Oh,
So the
Okay.
entire week, everyone's been joking around about how the Red Bull brought this new guy in named Fans Holman, and it's just Max Verstappen. But
That's
it's
funny.
Interesting.
it's even funnier this week because it's Monaco Grand Prix. I guess it's a big thing for F1 because it's like one of the crown jewels of motorsports, which I understand. But they had a exclusive the F1 movie is coming out soon, so they had an exclusive premiere for the drivers. So all the drivers were invited. Max, who lives in Monaco, who could just go see that film, he decided to stay back and live stream on Twitch under the name of Fans Woman with the pink with the pink steering wheel apparently.
Oh my gosh.
Typical shenanigans from Max, I guess.
Indeed.
He is Max Verstappen.
But
He is Mr.
but
Gucci.
also Max just took off with the McLaren. It was just impressive. Like there was a 10-second gap. Not 10. It was I think it was full. 4-second gap between Lando Norris and Max when Max crossed the finish line, which is
That's
really
intense.
impressive considering that the McLaren is a rocket ship and is fairly dominant, but Max just
Got that. Got that.
Damn.
Max literally just
Big
walked.
PP energy.
He literally just rocked the entire race. It was actually really
What?
nice as a Red Bull fan seeing a victory for once, and it wasn't just me spiraling
Interesting.
and spiraling and spiraling. But I think that just about concludes this episode. Final statements, guys.
Yeah. Well, follow us on here on YouTube. Also, listen to the podcast over at Spotify. We are doing great.
My
Thank you
final
for
thought.
watching. Thank
Oh,
you
my
for
final
watching Backlogged. Okay, yeah, right.
Watch Epic the Musical. Okay, my thoughts over.
We will talk about this musical later because I kind of want to talk about this.
Is this the Epic? Like Epic isn't that stupid kids film?
No.
Okay.
The Odyssey.
No. It's a musical based on the Odyssey. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken.
What is this? The
Like
Nolan film?
Homer's The Odyssey.
Was this a Nolan film?
Yeah, it's a Nolan film. Yeah, it's basically if imagine if Christopher Nolan and
Lin-Manuel Miranda had a baby.
Lin-Manuel Miranda, like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think that's how kids are made, Jens.
Try me. That's what
Like
they do
you
in
would know.
in
Like you would
Pandora.
know.
That's not how.
bro.
That's not how intercourse. What are we, aliens?
Yeah, in Avatar, bro, in Pandora.
It's all the flaps and all the dingus.
Alrighty, with that, this has been Backlogged episode 5. I've been Wobbled.
Thank you so much for watching. I'm Lalo.
I'm Jens.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and follow us on social media. Peace.